One thing I've never did a video about is that when I was a child, I don't remember how old, between probably like 10 and 12, I was poisoned by toxic metals. What happened is that I like to chew on stuff. Whatever I find, I would chew on. And one day, after finding out that fishing weights were soft, I started chewing on them. And then what happened, remember chewing on, then in my mouth, chewing on the lead fishing weights. And then things just kind of got worse after that. I only did it once. Yeah, things got worse. I used to play with stuff too, like open up batteries and paint cans and stuff. And then what happened? Remember, a couple years later, I got a hair analysis done to see toxic metals in my system. I was enormously high in cadmium. I thought it was because of pieces of rubber I chewed on, but then I finally realized decades later it was fishing weights. I thought they were lead, but they were not. They were cadmium. Why cadmium? Because lead is, as far as I've heard, lead is outlawed, it's illegal now. So they make everything out of cadmium, which is still legal. And so basically, I chewed on cadmium fishing weights when I was a child, once. And after that, I got more and more disturbed. I've seen pictures of myself throughout the years. I remember by the time I started chewing on cadmium weights, I started myself looking kind of disturbed, just by the way my face looks. Well, I had to go through toxic metal treatment, through a specialist to remove toxic metals. And what they did is that they gave me medicine. Well, what first they did, give me enormous amounts, mega doses of vitamin C to basically soften the cellular walls, so you can take this other medicine. I'm not sure what it's called. They call it to flush the toxic metals out. And then what happened is that I started hanging around the railroad tracks and I find little pieces of not soft, but really light metal. And years later, I used to put it in my pocket and show it to people. Years later, I realized that was probably arsenic, because I remember I had a hair analysis done a number of years later when I was 19, and it took about a year for the results to come. But after that, I was poisoned with arsenic. And so basically, I suffered from toxic metal poisoning. Not sure to what extent anymore, but when I was a kid, I was severely toxic metal poisoned. And when I was a little child, well, not when I was a child, but my mom was pregnant with me. She had a severe yeast infection, and because of that, I had gotten a weak immune system, so I couldn't handle certain foods. And when I was about, I forgot how old, I think it must have been like 5 or 6, no, later than that, it must have been about 7 or 8, I basically went through a candida treatment, which is a yeast treatment, to really get the yeast out of my system. And I got my, and now I can say that my immune system is pretty good. But in fact, when I was a child, I was very sick all the time because of a poor immune system due to the toxic metal poisoning and the candida, that yeast infection that my mom had when she was pregnant with me. And so basically, it's just kind of the way it happened. Bye.